Hello. How are you guys? It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. I wasn't even planning on doing a Duggar stream today. I was just going to take a break. But then something happened on the Instagram and the Facebook. You know what happened? The Duggars actually posted about their son-in-law, Derick, the same Derick Dillard that was spending nearly all of Christmas and New Year's detailing the secrets of the family, including that Jill is not allowed at their house unless Jim Bob is there, and disclosing all kinds of details about non-payment, discussing potential legal issues that could be coming down. I mean, Derick was dropping the tea. People were drinking it. It was being served. And then suddenly they post on Instagram. So today is Mr. Dillard's birthday. Happy birthday, Derick. I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're almost 30. Who knows? So Jill posted these, which you would expect, right? Like, she is prepping for her husband's birthday. The kids are making cards for Derick. She's with her friend Rachel, who she's tagged in here, who she spends a lot of her time with. But it was this post right here. This is the first time the Duggars have spoken publicly about Derick Dillard in years. Years. Yeah, like years. And I'm going to show you how long it's been in a second. And they said, "Happy birthday, Derick. We're so thankful for you. You're a loving husband to our sweet Jill and a wonderful daddy to your boys. May God bless you in this new year." Now, if you notice, they didn't say like, we love you, you're our best friend, we want to be besties with you. It was like, you're good to our daughter and you're a good dad to our grandkids. Nothing really about him personally. We're just thankful that you're, taking care of our people, basically. So I thought that was interesting because they have not mentioned him it's been a very long time. And this follows a lot of pressure on social media. This also follows them publicly celebrating Josh Duggar's birthday. So part of me was like, are they doing this because there was so much backlash with wishing Josh a happy birthday that they turned off comments? And then they turned back on, and then they turned them off, and then they limited comments. They were deleting comments. People were getting blocked. And then even on this post, they share multiple pictures of him. All of them are his kids are with Jill. They're not anything to do with the Duggars, okay? And I went through their Instagram just to make sure I could check to see if other significant others and in-laws of their children had been wished a happy birthday in the past year. So in the past year, only 3 other of their either sons or daughters-in-laws have been publicly wished a happy birthday. They wished Jeremy a happy birthday, which they love Jeremy because Jeremy is their Ginger's husband and Ginger is like Michelle's favorite. Kendra, they wished Kendra a happy birthday, but then 4 of their in-laws were not even acknowledged on their birthdays in the past year. So Abby just had a birthday in January. She was not acknowledged. Lauren Duggar's birthday is in May. She was not acknowledged in May of 2019. Ben's birthday is in the summer. He was not acknowledged. And Anna Duggar's birthday is in June of 2019, and she was not acknowledged. They've been doing a pretty good job of wishing their children a happy birthday, except for Jill in the past year. So in the past year, Jeremy, Kendra, and Derick are the only ones that make it up on Instagram as happy birthdays, and they are suddenly thankful for him and so glad that he's with their daughter and the father for an 11th season. And going into that, I'm guessing, in my opinion, they don't want to have bad press following them. Although for many people, bad press means people will tune in, right? So people on Instagram said damage control, even though he threatens to go to the media with all of them juicy Duggar deets. And those messages were actually deleted the last time I checked. Go ahead and turn the comments off now, which that comment was also deleted the last time I checked. I am glad they can put it behind them and wish their son-in-law a happy birthday. And then I was thinking the same thing. They should if they consider themselves good Christians. What exactly happened? I'm very surprised that you posted about Derick. Now, when I was going through their Instagram, and I dug through years of Instagram posts, I found this post from May 14, 2017. Now, this was one of the last times they publicly posted about Jill independently, and it says, "Such a sweet Mother's Day message from Derick, Jill, and Israel." And then they shared Jill's birthday on 2 separate posts in May of 2017, and that's the last birthday acknowledgement that Jill has received publicly on their social media or on a blog from the Duggar family. So they posted this in 2017, which was almost 3 years ago. "Happy birthday to our precious Jilly. From the moment we laid eyes on you, your father and I knew you were destined to do great things for our Lord. We love your faithfulness, your character, and your sense of humor." And then they did a second post here, only the same day, which said, "Happy birthday, Jill. Jill, you're an excellent wife and with a tender-hearted young mother who always thinks of others. For as long as I can remember, you've had your heart sharing Jesus' love with people around the world. You genuinely care about helping people who live in some of the poorest and most dangerous conditions in the world. You and Derick are an inspiration to all of us." So that was the last time they said anything about Derick, was in May of 2017. And they said, "Jill, you and Derick are an inspiration to all of us." That was the last time Derick's mentioned on their social media. So it's been 3 years since Derick's even mentioned. But then when you look back through their social media, again, this was from 2017 when she was pregnant and she had just returned. And then you have to go further back into 2016 and 2015, where they were really in 2014 when they got married. And in 2014, when they were courting and getting ready for their marriage, they posted about Derick a lot and they posted about the relationship a lot because it was good for ratings, right? So they posted a lot about them from 2014. Now, nowhere in that time have they ever said happy birthday to Derick. Never. So Derick has been in this family's life for like 6 years, and this is the first time they've ever said happy birthday to him on any social media platform. If that doesn't smell a little suspicious, I don't know what else does. I think the more and more people, like, he dropped so many nuggets, you know, like Jill was forced to film despite not wanting to. Jill wanted to quit and they wouldn't let her. Derick was effectively fired, which essentially cut their contracts, which he says they never were paid for by Jim. He says that Jim negotiated for all of the kids, but none of them are ever paid. He said that some of the kids, if they wanted to quit, were threatened with legal, like they were going to be sued. He made a lot of, like, Jill and I aren't invited over to the house unless Jim Bob is there. And then last week, Ginger flies in. There's public uproar about the first day they go out. Jill is not at a breakfast that is attended by all the other women in the family except for Kendra, who is out of town, and Abby, who is probably working. So Kendra's in another state, Abby's not there, but everyone else is there except for Jill. And as they start getting pressure, the very next day, suddenly Jill is in all their photos and posted for the first time on their social media in 3 years. And now this week, Derick. It's happy birthday, Derick. It's pretty, now I don't want to be super cynical and be like, oh, if they are trying to make amends and if they are trying to, you know, extend an olive branch to Derick, great. But I feel like with Jim, Bob, and Michelle, image is everything, and their image and portrayal of being like the good Christian family is such a big part of how they sell themselves for TLC. So if there's some sort of rift in the family, that's really not good for business, which is why they like typically ignore Josh, which is interesting because then again, this year they publicly acknowledge Josh. I feel like part of this is testing the social media waters. Is the public ready to talk about Josh? Could we potentially get Josh back on the show? Because that has been a rumor for a while. Like they're going to try to get Josh back into filming. So now are they trying to test the waters to see what the public says about Josh and then also repair the image of what Derick has said about them with subtly just saying, we're so thankful that you take care of the people we don't want to pay for. Good job, Derick. Right? It all just seems rather suspect, and I have a very, very, very hard time believing it's genuine. But if it is, yay. Now I want to know what you think. I saw a lot of comments that there was it was damage control, or that it seemed suspect, or they couldn't believe it. Other people were like, yay, it means they're going to try to repair their relationship. You can hope. Right? We can hope. Now, there's still this pending and looming investigation and all these things related to Josh in the media. There's Josh's lawsuit that's still going on in Arkansas related to the property that he purchased that was already owned by somebody else, which the plaintiffs are now asking for his lawyer to be removed from the case because his lawyer was actually an agent and a part of the business that bought the property. So they're saying it's a conflict of interest. And then you've got something happening in November where properties are searched and stuff is seized and taken from his parking lot of cars that he pretended to sell. So we'll have to see how it all goes. I hope this doesn't stop Derick. I mean, part of me is wondering, like, are they doing this with hopes that Derick will stop talking? Like, hey, Derick, if we say happy birthday and show that we love you, you can stop talking about us now. I hope that's not why they're doing it. Part of me feels like that's the skeptical part of me. What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What do you think? Why do you think they're doing this now? I want to hear from you. Now, I will be back later. I'm working on some other stuff. I'm trying to bring different content to the channel, but that's what I've got for now. So the Duggars are thankful for Derick. I bet they are. Bye, guys.